Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the Den. Got a bit of a different video for you here, kind of venturing into new territory, trying something for the first time. I'm going to be going over news, update notes, patch notes, kind of covering what's going to be coming for Enshrouded here in the future. From what I know here, we got a roadmap. We have new Twitch drops to kind of cover, which I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch drops. Yes, you've seen some Twitch drops on some mannequins in my tavern in Enshrouded, but I'm not a terribly big fan of them, and I'll talk about why when we get there. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over Enshrouded's big update number 5. They're calling it Pact of the Flame, and if you like to keep track of the stuff, it's version 0.8.0.0, and version 0 means we are probably still in early access. Now Enshrouded, and I'm going to double check myself on stream here. Skaboosh. Approximately how long will this game be in early access? First and foremost, precedence above all else, it depends on you and your feedback. Our current goal is to take the game out of early access within a year. That was like the would-be nice goal, right? That wasn't this is the definite plan. This is the hard deadline we're setting for ourselves. It's as Chief Specialist Miles Edward O'Brien, I'm sorry, let me get this correct. Senior Chief Specialist Miles Edward O'Brien would say, it's the would-be nice category, right? We firmly believe that we can offer a game that is worthy of your time, money, and will bring you fun for years to come. Now, Enshrouded came out on January 24th, 2024. It is currently February the 1st, 2025. So we have passed that 365-day mark. So obviously, they didn't hit the would be nice and release it within a year. And it hasn't released yet because it's still a version 0. So it still hasn't hit 1.0, which is... it's giving me some thoughts about that roadmap now. So... That's what this version 0 means right there, right? Now, just to get into it, Enshrouded Pact of the Flame update. You know the drill. If you read this, use the word Pact in your comment. I haven't left a comment yet, so I'll have to use Pact in my comment. Greetings, Flameborn. We're thrilled to bring you Pact of the Flame, a new update designed to enhance your Enshrouded experience with some long-requested social features, as well as numerous new possibilities for builders. Oh, can I please start setting my walls at like angles to the other walls and not be locked into just... I want to try to make something round-ish. I'll probably fail at it really terribly, but I'm wanting to make something round-ish. I want a tower for my wizard. It's probably not going to work out in my favor, but numerous new possibilities for builders and a bunch of gameplay improvements and additions. We've already seen some of those. The overgrowth that we got to see, the vines that I had growing up my pillars, that is one of the new features. That's one of the new things that came with this, along with that overgrowth tool. I showed some of that off before I did the live a day in the life review for update 4 for Enshrouded just a little bit ago. I played for about an hour and a half before that. We've also updated a slew of locations and points of interest across the world, and as always, a bunch of miscellaneous and other fixes and improvements. We are also unveiling our plans, here we go, for over 2025 in this post, along with a really cool anniversary trailer featuring our very own beloved community and creators. So make sure to middle mouse click it open with a new tab and check it out next. I have seen that video. I came across it on YouTube. Came up in my suggesteds, and I'm not in it. So to the highlights, and let's start with the social features. Many of you have asked for better ways to communicate with friends and strangers, so for this update we've added a range of new social features. Text chat. Enshrouded now supports an in-game text chat in multiplayer sessions. No more spelling out your Discord name in blocks to make new friends. I haven't. I need to get a Discord. Hosts or server admins can toggle the feature on or off in the settings as needed. Maybe that's why I didn't see it, because I didn't toggle it on. The feature is set as off by default. Boom, exactly why. And on dedicated servers, or it's set off by default on dedicated servers, so make sure you enable it. Players can now individually select other players and mute their messages. Okay. Profanity filter settings can be modified through players' Steam settings under friends chat filtering. They are on by default on all Steam accounts. Yep, and we saw that last night when I had some salty words for a person who was sitting in spawn like the entire comp game. But yeah, a chat log is now available on a new social menu page. Voice chat can now be enabled by hosts on server or server admins. The feature is set off by default, so make sure to enable it. When enabled, there are 2 modes available: proximity voice or global/server-wide voice chat. I would be using the proximity. Well, it depends. It depends on how good the fade in and the fade out is. Arc, it's just kind of like, you know, I think it's supposed to fade, but in my experience, it never really faded. It just kind of, once you got to a certain distance, it just stopped, and then once you cross back over that line, people could hear you again. I think it's supposed to, like, fade out sound and volume, but I wonder if their proximity chat does that. I'm going to have to try that out. In the new social menu page, players can mute other players and adjust their volume. They can also toggle their own microphone on or off. You know who you'll need it for. Yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about. In the sound settings, players can mute their microphone, use push to talk, or open microphone. Additionally, they can adjust their microphone input volume. Basic stuff there. Social Hub, as mentioned above, a new tab has been added to the in-game menu called Social. I did not see that at all. I am blind. The social menu displays all players currently playing in the game world, and players can adjust their audio, text, and text settings. Oh, I'm blind. I didn't see that. Maybe it did. Maybe because no one else joined in, it didn't pop up. It is also possible to see everyone's server permissions and locate their position on the world map. No more endlessly searching for Steve. I don't know who Steve is, unless that's like a Minecraft reference. Emotes. A new emote wheel. We saw this. Open, previously mapped. X on the keyboard and down on the D-pad, which is now integrated into the emote wheel. That settings in the emote wheel, basically. They got a point, they got a wave, they got like a victory fist pump up in the air. Not necessarily by desire, but that's why the building improvements are more intriguing to me than the social improvements. But hopefully those social improvements will become much more intriguing. We continue to be stunned by the creativity of our community, so we thought it would be a good idea to enhance our building tools a bit with some shiny new features. First-person camera for building. I saw this. Basically, it gets the person out of the way, so when you're trying to build, it can make things a bit easier when you're trying to place. When using the construction hammer, selecting a prop for placement or equipping one of the new building tools, the camera can now be toggled to first-person view for an improved building experience, especially in tight spaces. Now you have only yourself to blame for that misplaced chair. Thank you, King. Full rotational control for props. Props can now be rotated in all axes instead of just the vertical axis. Please note that this new functionality is only available for decorative furniture and similar props. Furniture and interactive props like the flame altar beds, benches, chairs, thrones, toilets, and similar can only be rotated around the vertical axis as previously. Building blocks and building shapes can only be rotated 90 degrees as before. So I can't make anything round. Okay. But hey, we now know it's a lot better for stuff inside. Might be able to make more unique looking interiors, definitely. Which I need to try. New tool. Overgrowth editing. A new building tool has been added to the crafting progression. When equipped, it allows adding and removing various overgrowth materials such as ivy to and from building blocks. The new overgrowth tool can be crafted at the farmer NPC, which I showed that off in my gameplay before the live a day in the life review of Albaneve Summits. At the farmer NPC with materials from the Revelwood area. Yeah, it's like dirt and, well, red mushrooms are now called penny bun. So you just need grilled red mushrooms and dirt, and you can make it. New tool. Building block decay. What? A new building tool allows adding or removing ruined block visuals at the edges of building walls. This new decay tool can be crafted at the collector NPC with materials from the Nomad Highland. I did not see that. I hardly ever go to Mr. Crowley. That's why I didn't see the Mr. Crowley. Food, drinks, and potions placement. A new type of prop consisting of plates, boards, and coasters allows the decorative placement of a vast selection of food, drink, and potion items. Holy crap! I can decorate those shelves in Balthazar's place now. Finally, dinner tables can have dinner on them. Cool. They can be crafted at the farmer NPC when wood planks are unlocked. Okay, so that was like that new plate and coaster thing. Okay, I got you. New props and materials. More than 70 new or previously unavailable props are now accessible for crafting and placing into the player base. This is the perfect time to try out the new placement rotation option. Among others, the props include a set of elegant leather sofas, various large statues, a new set of sturdy doors, including a massive vault door, a new set of braziers and lamps, numerous home decor props such as baskets, pots, and buckets. I saw some of this, I didn't see all of it. New types of room decorations such as room dividers and sigils as wall decor. 2 new building materials are available, a yellow variation of the stained glass building blocks and a new stone wall terrain material. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize that one yellow luminous block I saw. A quest introduces a new trader for vanity items and decorative props while we celebrate the Lunar New Year. I got her, I didn't place her. The trader will also stay as a permanent villager. Gameplay improvements. Now here's gonna be like the juiciest of the juicies, right? Skills can now be individually reset within the skill tree. Wait, it still only costs 10 runes, right? Because it used to always cost 10 runes. Whether you had 1 skill point or 100 skill points, you could respec with just 10 runes. Is it still 10 runes total to respec? We'll have to look at that. Visual parry indications have been added to enemies that didn't show the parry opportunity before, but we all know some will probably still mess up the timing. A visual parry opportunity indicator has been added to enemy projectiles that can be parried. Okay, crap. Now I'm hoping, because I did notice in the crafting stations it now has an icon that shows you what you were trying to craft, and it hovers over, and it's like another UI thing that pops up when you get close, and it didn't used to do that. It let you know if you had something in there or if something was currently crafting. But now it's like, oh no, you're trying to craft this and you don't have the resources, and I have an X over it. Let's minimize UI puke, please. Let's not turn into an Ubisoft game. And even though I like Power World's UI and HUD is just, it's puke all over the screen, man. Just UI puke all over the screen. It's not fun. A new farming animal can now be tamed in the Kindle Waste to get ready for the Dune Armadillo. I noticed that. And its offspring to become friends on the farm. Not that I felt an urge to, but it was, I needed that extra constitution buff, right? Several bugs and glitches have been addressed for pathfinding and behavioral issues for villagers and farm animals. Cool, maybe Balthazar won't get stuck on that house no more. During their daily routine. We will continue to work on improving pathfinding and behavior in upcoming updates as needed. Okay. Quality of life things. Dodge and blink can now be activated earlier during wand attacks to align the availability of defensive moves with the timing of melee weapons. Thank you. Now can daggers get a little bit of a come up, please? Like, I want to use daggers. I'm always carrying daggers around on me, right? And they need some love. Like, it just, there's no reason to use daggers over using a one-handed melee weapon. There's just no reason. Daggers need some love. Several settlements and points of interest have been reworked and expanded significantly. Among others, the following locations have been updated. Now, I am not gonna Moth's Grove, Saline Quarry, Netherton. Okay, I went back to Netherton. I didn't really recognize that I'd been to Netherton, so I'm guessing that's because it had been expanded and reworked a little bit. Fox Chase, Rookmore, Fenrig's Farm, Morwina, Roost Nook, Cloverbrook Farm, Mistbury Catacombs, and the Springlands. Several settlements have been added. The Enshrouded Ruins Mid-Hollow, a new farm location, Wistful Fields, various new camp locations, several topology improvements have been added to the Springlands biome. Yes, I noticed those. That was that terrain rework I kept talking about earlier. The visuals of the Shroud Overgrowth material have been updated. Many locations in the Blackmire region have improved combat encounters. The visuals of the Shroud... Okay, I read that. Many locations in the Albaneve Summits have improved combat encounters. That's why those dudes were in different positions. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to see some more stuff. I'll have to go back and check out some other stuff in the Springlands, the Revelwoods, Nomad Highlands, and the Kindle Wastes to get a true grip on that. A new location called Event Honor Hall has been added to the Albaneve Summits. The location is added to the world map when visiting the ancient spire of this region. It houses the names of the winners of the Halloween building contest of 2024. Cool. Sound improvements. New sound occlusion. Sound sources behind other objects or terrain play correctly subdued now. Cool. Added new unique sounds at various areas in the UI, equipping and unequipping items. But now we are going to come up to the early access roadmap, Keen? Really? Really? We're over a year? Where's that 1.0? Where's that 1.0? Do you guys give us a date at all for the 1.0? Yes, they do. Okay. So let's look at Enshrouded's early access roadmap for 2025. I am kind of pissed that it's I'm seeing spring 2026 down here. Yeah, like I'm immediately drawn to this because the bold spring 2026 release date for the full 1.0 version of Enshrouded. Okay, so what's the date? Because spring 2026 is not a date. It's a season. Release date is a specific day of a specific month of a specific year. Not a frickin' season. Like, I really hate how early access games... Okay, hang on. Let's see what the reasoning is. Let's see what the reasoning is first before I go getting all hot under the collar. Alright, Enshrouded Roadmap 2025 and Anniversary Trailer, the moment you've all been waiting for. Have a nice little thank you note. Oh, and a nice little thank you note. Greetings, Flameborn. That's right, your eyes are not deceiving you. We have the full Enshrouded Roadmap for 2025, but before we move on, we have just published the Pact of the Flame update with a long list of improvements and quality of life updates. We just covered that, or better yet, open the new tab and read it after. But first things first. Why is there a roadmap for 2025? Yes, why is there a full roadmap for 2025? Well, as we said right from the start, your support has meant that we could the world of Enshrouded a lot bigger than we originally thought. Always proofread, kids. You might have something out. With more features, more biomes, more quests, basically more of everything. But as you know, we're not a big team, and making games takes time, effort, and a lot of praying to the machine gods for the build to not crash. Not even in just game design is that a regular thing. There's a lot of praying to the machine gods that things don't crash just for anybody that has to deal with computers. As a result, and with a full update scheduled for 2025, we are locking down a spring 2026 release date for the full 1.0 version of Enshrouded. You know, come to think of it, before I get hot under the collar, a good reason to hold back on that, chat, is they are also wanting to release on PlayStation and Xbox, and I don't see a PlayStation and Xbox logo. So while they are not a big team, and they are, it takes time, effort, and a lot of praying to the machine gods, I'm going to put forth the suspicion that the console versions are going to be like Xbox and PlayStation versions are going to be ready to release in spring 2026. I'm going to put that prediction out there, that they're not, just because they're not a small team. It does take time, and they are a small team, but I'm also willing to bet that they're probably anticipating spring 2026, and that's going to have something to do or kind of coincide with console release dates. Now, before we move on to the good stuff, we cooked up a little anniversary video. Great year, blah blah blah, year of Enshrouded. It's a funny video, it's a cool video. I'm not in it, so just to kind of keep things brief, because I'm already up to 29 minutes. Finally, this is what you're all here for, the roadmap of 2025. Click on the picture for a full-size preview. You'll notice that some of these features have shifted with Update 5, and some are ongoing efforts. As for the rest, we hope you're excited about them. We'll look at that here in just a second, just to kind of, for interest of time. Okay, this is the stuff the trader had. I haven't seen that. The diamond wall emblem, that might be in somebody else's inventory. The flame packs. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm not a big fan of Twitch drops, because I would rather you have me play your game. I would rather you have me do something in your game, as opposed to go watch somebody else play your game. Now, of course, yeah, you can pull it up in an alternate tab, you can pull it up on your phone, you can do whatever, you just leave it in the background, not watch, don't worry about blah, 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 whatever. Still, have me do something in your game to get it. Fortunately, for this particular set, they did have us do something in the game. I actually received a quest from the Flame to go out and find some cosmetics. Well, when I went and I found the cosmetics, this was the set. I didn't have the diamond wall emblem. I literally just had the armor set stuff. So maybe that diamond wall thing I got from that quest too, and it's in somebody else's inventory and I didn't notice it. But thank you, Keen. I'm not a big fan of Twitch drops, because I would rather you give me something to do in your game to get this cool stuff. And, well, you did that this time. Keep it up. Now, let's get down here and look at this roadmap really quick. Alright. Okay, cool. We can actually read things now. We have new weather events. We've already gotten that. Base raid islands. Don't know about that. New moving traps. Ooh. Improved shroud. Visuals, locations, and rewards. Improved night. More dangerous. New rewards. This does not need to take effect at our base. Like a more improved night. More dangerous. New rewards. I don't want to have to be sitting here and dealing with crap at my base at nighttime. Let's not do that. Please, let's not do that. New weapon types, an event system, weapon gems customization, okay. A jukebox, cool. Play music together with NPCs, that would be cool. Enemy patrols, so long as I don't have to deal with them at my base. A water biome, a mountain biome hollow hall. Okay, so Albaneve Summits hollow halls. the water biome hollow halls, new farm animals, and for cosmetics we got new vanity system, or a weapon vanity system. Got to be careful with that, Keen. Coloring station for armor, nice. A barber NPC, okay. New vanity clothing, cool. New character customization options, awesome. Named pets, named map markers, auto collect option. Option to prevent item collections to action bars, that'll be cool. Editable signs, okay. Kind of wondering why that's not a thing already. A wall decay tool, a first person building camera, which we already got, and free prop rotation, which we already got as well. So that's going to be a lot cooler. A lot of cool stuff. My general reaction to all of this is there's a few things they need to be cautious with, right? Like the improved night, more dangerous enemy patrols running around, weapon vanity system. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff, because if you can make stuff too difficult, too annoying, just too arduous, I kind of like my den. I wouldn't really like if I had to go build a big fortress wall around the whole thing. You know, we get some new hollow halls, cool. That's kind of expected at this point, right? Since they brought out the hollow halls, each biome has gotten its own, so that's awesome that they're going to continue to do that. But you know, not necessarily something that's like, oh my gosh, they're doing it. It's like, oh, okay, they're doing it. It's cool. I kind of expected it, right? But this new water biome, like especially if we have to maybe like move around on a boat or engage in some kind of sailing or something, or diving or swimming, that'd be really cool, because so far, you know, we get the only water we have is like that shroud lava stuff. The wall decay tool seems pretty cool. I'll be able to use that to make Mr. Crowley's shack look even more crappy. It's not that I dislike Mr. Crowley. He just seems like he'd be like that kind of necromancer dude living in a shack with a bunch of holes in it. You know what I mean? There's nothing here that I have a problem with. Just a few things that I'm going to be like, hey, you got to be cautious with it. Now, another thing, any new biomes, any new regions that you bring to us, Keen, please don't do some crap of, oh, hey, you basically need to go reorganize or restructure your base, or, you know, that was the worst thing about Update 4, the Albaneve Summits, was, you know, pretty much they dangle all the stuff in front of you, and then they took some stuff away from you, and they try to force you to engage with content that you wouldn't necessarily want to have to engage with first, because you get a new area, new biome, new enemies, new loot, new stuff. You want to go find it. You want to go explore. You want to see what all that new stuff is. You don't want to necessarily have to like, oh, let's redesign the base so everybody has a bed. That's something I had thought about doing, and if you had given me some kind of incentive to that, I would have engaged with it more readily. I still wouldn't have engaged with it first. I still would explore the new region, check out the new enemies, you know. I'd still do that first. But I wouldn't have felt like you were penalizing me because I hadn't already done that or something like that, you know. Just when you, I don't know, just let us get to the new stuff, right? Just let us get to the new stuff when we're in the new area. But all in all, this is really cool. This is really awesome. There's nothing here that I'm looking at and thinking is bad, or a bad decision, or oh no, you shouldn't do that. They're taking Enshrouded and its identity. They're digging down more, giving it more individual character, more unique character, and well, they're just gonna keep on expanding it. A new water biome, though, makes me think that the Albaneve Summits doesn't complete the map, which is kind of disappointing to a degree. I don't know, I'm just ready for Enshrouded to hit 1.0. Now, I didn't see anything in here about you know, console launch dates, right? I didn't see anything in the other update either. So this being an early access roadmap, and you guys said you were aiming within a year, you know, this is what ticks me off about early access games. I already paid you money. You're talking about you're going to give us a game that's worth our money. I've already given you the money. Where's the game that's worth that money? But this is a version 0, right? Right here, version 0. So I've already given you the money. Where's the game? It's already bad enough that we will never truly own your game because it's through Steam and GeForce Now. We're never going to truly own that. And now you're kind of yanking our chain, dicking us around on the release date. I don't like early access games because of this reason. Enshrouded, I thought was going to be a bit different. They're a smaller team, yes, I can understand that, right? But if you're a smaller team, you don't make promises or set goals that are not attainable, right? So this is really disappointing to me that Enshrouded is going to stay in early access for a while yet, but it is what it is. It's still a really great game. I just kind of wish I knew it was going to be staying in early access until 2026, because then my recommendation in my Week in the Life review would have been a bit different. So it is what it is. Everything that they're talking about doing, everything that they have done, everything they want to continue to do, it gets 2 thumbs up from me, right? Especially this roadmap, like, it gets 2 thumbs up for me. Everything that they're wanting to do, they're wanting to give more character, they want to dig down more, they're wanting to make Enshrouded even better and even bigger. Awesome. 2 thumbs way up. Can we come out of early access though, please? Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. This was something new, something different. I didn't mean for it to go this long. You guys know me. My first efforts are a little bit longer and a little bit rougher, but they get better over time. I'm going to continue to try to cover like updates and new stuff for various games that I either have played or am going to be playing, just to kind of see if I can't make them a bit better. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed going over the roadmap, the patch notes, getting some of my thoughts, feelings on the matter. Please drop a like, share this around, of course subscribe for more, mainly those reviews. Liking and sharing and subscribing is really going to let me know if this is, kind of content that I should keep trying to engage with more, or if maybe I should just kind of keep doing what I have been doing. So let me know. Leave a comment in the section. Leave a comment down below with what you're excited about, if anything, out of all these updates and patches. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks, guys.